Remy Ma is reportedly facing another wave of cease and desist threats, and this latest development is said to involve Claressa Shields and Papoose. The situation reportedly began with Rick Ross, who questioned whether a movie associated with Remy's network may have drawn inspiration from his own life. Ross specifically pointed to the storyline of a CEO who eventually transitioned into the rap world. However, the producer later clarified directly that Rick Ross was not the inspiration behind the project. The movie's title was eventually changed, and from the outside, it appeared that the issue between Remy Ma and Rick Ross had been put behind them. But only weeks later, another reported legal warning surfaced, this time connected to Remy's freestyle titled YFYL, short for Why You Effin' Lying. According to the claims being discussed, the notice was reportedly associated with Claressa Shields and Papoose. Given the long-running tension between Remy Ma and Papoose, along with everything that has unfolded publicly between them in recent years, the reported cease and desist has naturally sparked another round of questions. What exactly prompted the latest legal warning? And could this become another major chapter in the ongoing conflict surrounding Remy, Papoose, and Claressa? For now, the details remain part of an evolving public story, and any legal claim should be treated as allegations unless confirmed through reliable evidence or official records.
Lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that file? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money? You should be thankful. Look at me, doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You could use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing you favors. I got your lawyer retained. Look at him. Look at him over there, emotional. You're an emotional creature. Men are emotional creatures, you know? I have no ill will towards you, Papoose. Men are just emotional creatures. You over there on your little Instagram page where I helped you get all your little followers. Oh, I was trying to get back with y'all. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Let's go to my messages. Let's go. Let's flip this real quick. This is my messages. Look what he saved as. Bozo. Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look at him being my friend. Send every pictures of the baby. My daughter's asleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's asleep at 11.
Not sitting in here tolerating somebody who constantly stabbing me in my back. So I decided to move on. And as far as the divorce, the reason why I filed today was because, like I said, me and her just spoke. And I told her, I'm going to go Saturday and speak to my attorney. After I speak, I'll be ready to do the mediation, you know what I'm saying? For the mediator. But since she's so upset, because if you pay attention, Claressa has a fight coming up. Claressa's out here shining like the diamond she is. And she's mad. She's bitter that I moved on. So she wanted to go on social media today and fabricate. You come on a live talking about, oh, my mother went on to YouTube and she said, are you in the hospital? Dumb fake hospital videos as old as hell. You just wanted an excuse to come up here and be malicious and make up lies. Let's keep it a buck. That was pathetic. This you on a live talking about, pay attention y'all, go back to the live and watch this. Oh, don't call me. No, y'all, don't call me. What Ed Lover say? Come mention me not seeing my daughter. When ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual. She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school...
And just like any high-profile divorce, things can become extremely complicated when both people are celebrities with massive audiences watching their every move. Public disagreements can turn into social media posts, subtle messages, and even music. And considering Remy is a rapper, it probably isn't surprising that she might use her music to express how she feels. But according to Papoose's side, this particular freestyle reportedly went too far. His response, essentially, was that enough was enough and that the track should be removed. The timeline is also raising eyebrows. The record was reportedly released on April 10, and just 8 days later, on April 18, Papoose's attorney allegedly sent a letter to Remy's legal team. According to the reported letter, Papoose's attorney argued that the alleged references in the freestyle went beyond ordinary relationship drama. The attorney reportedly warned that continuing to make their personal conflict public could have emotional consequences for their young daughter. The letter was reportedly sent as a follow-up to an earlier communication regarding the publication and distribution of a recording involving Papoose's former partner. His attorney characterized the lyrics as profane, insulting, and highly negative toward his client. According to the attorney's argument, the recording appeared to publicly embarrass and disparage Papoose without serving any constructive purpose, particularly while the two were dealing with ongoing family matters. The attorney also reportedly pointed to several lines from the freestyle. Even though Papoose's name was apparently never mentioned directly, his legal team argued that the references were clearly directed toward him. The letter reportedly placed additional emphasis on their daughter, arguing that publicly releasing material about the parents' private conflict could eventually expose the child to the dispute and potentially create unnecessary emotional stress. The attorney also reportedly warned that both parents should consider how their actions today could affect their daughter in the future. Public posts and controversies can remain online for years, long after the original situation has faded from the headlines. But so far, Remy does not appear to be backing down. The freestyle has reportedly remained available, and she recently took things a step further by performing the track at Angie Martinez's Summer Barbecue. That performance has only added more fuel to the conversation, leaving many people wondering whether this latest chapter is going to escalate further or eventually come to an end.
Rem, watch how you talk to me. I'm a mogul, bitch. You getting surgery in exchange for... I'm a gang on a yacht or some YOLO shit. You keep jumping on my dick like a... In competition with herself, don't even know that bitch. Hoes be doing the most on the so-so dick. I've been cut since I was wearing Bobo's bitch. You get a bullet through your shirt with a... Nerving niggas waiting that they wrote those hits. When their whole career, they never go from shit. Not for me or anybody else. You always acting like you help a fat nigga.
If you look at the situation from Remy's perspective, she could easily make the argument that she never actually named Papoose Claressa Shields or anyone else directly. So from her point of view, the obvious question would be, what exactly is she being asked to remove? Remy could also argue that music is how she expresses herself. Using lyrics, subtle references, and subliminal messages is part of the culture, and she may see the freestyle as creative expression rather than a direct attack on a specific person. From that perspective, she could basically be saying, if you think I'm talking about you, then step into the booth and respond with a record. But instead of answering with another diss track, Papoose appears to be taking a much quieter route. Since their highly publicized Instagram live exchange, Papoose has generally avoided repeatedly discussing Remy in public. He doesn't appear to bring her up constantly on social media, and during interviews, he has largely avoided turning their relationship problems into an ongoing public conversation. At this point, much of the visible back and forth appears to be happening between Remy and Claressa Shields on social media, while Papoose seems to be handling his side through his legal team. That creates an interesting contrast. Remy is expressing herself through music and public statements, while Papoose appears to be relying more heavily on attorneys and the legal process instead of turning the situation into another public rap battle. Whether that strategy will actually calm things down, however, remains to be seen.